Hanging out with Chad Homan here at the Laser Chassis booth. 12 wins this past season. It was 17 the season before, so that's darn near 30 wins in 2 seasons. He has his brand new car here. That was a frame last Wednesday, and as we sit here on Saturday, is it race ready or is the motor in?
The motor's in it. I need some wires hooked up and a few things,
Okay.
But
a couple hours we could race?
90% there. If we had to race this week, we could.
Okay, good.
But,
and that's the new one?
Yes, yep. This is all new stuff, and like I said, it was a little stressful for a couple weeks, but now we're ahead of the game, and still got to get engine fresh and like I say, a few things,
okay.
But we're in good shape.
Okay. What's different about the new Laser this year?
So they've done some frame updates. Right front's a little different. Give a little more clearance there. Bodies are just a touch different, a little better aero. But for the most part, very similar to what we've been running and been successful with. So, happy to keep going.
Was it you that told me about the E85 and the intake?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Go back, guys. Let me see. I think that was August, maybe, or maybe early September.
Early September. Yep.
Yeah, it was. Oh, was it the Rush race?
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So that E85. I always wondered what that was. What is the mix there? Is
it's 85% ethanol and then 15% race gas.
Oh, regular, like what? 110, 108?
Yeah, I think it's 110.
110.
Whatever there's there. Yeah.
And what happened is it runs, because obviously methanol runs cooler than gasoline, and it makes the intake cool, and it just the clay and stuff just like gets glued to it, right?
Condensation gets on the intake, and it basically makes a crust of dirt on that intake, which is in carburetor. The biggest problem is the carburetor, right?
Okay.
It gets on the linkage of the carburetor and makes a nice little mess that you got to clean up constantly.
Yeah, and next year when they come and I see them someplace, I'll actually get video of that so you can actually see. How was the season?
Good. We started off. We went 11 wins out of 14 to start. And
wow.
We lost our way a little bit in the middle of the season, and
that's 78% by the way, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, and then we finally got some speed going back at the end of the year, and got a couple one more win. But at the end of the year we're second, third. They just wasn't clicking to get the wins, but we were right there. So really happy with everything, and no complaints. Like I said, and still excited to go try her again next year.
Okay. What are we doing? Are we going to follow a series or jump around?
I had a ton of fun this year, just bouncing around, not having a home track. Less stress, no points racing. Was able to race for kind of bigger purses and go to these shows. My super engine's actually getting fixed again, so we're going to do some super racing, super late model racing. Mix that in, bounce around, have a good time.
Is there any of that in New York anymore at all?
Not much. State Line has some. Freedom has a couple.
Yeah, but that's almost considered Pennsylvania, pretty much, right? So
there's actually a couple of Canadian shows that have open shows that have been won, and I won one of them with my crate car, so I'm excited to take the Super up there.
Really, you beat the Super with the crate?
The Canadian Supers aren't as good as ours down here.
Oh, just didn't have as many opportunities to race, right? Yeah.
And, so I'm excited to take what I'm going to consider a really good Super up there and go for some of those races. We were just talking about Pennsylvania Speed Weeks for the late models. Laser's going to sanction that week, so we'll probably hit a few of those up. And like I say, just bounce around. I had a really good time. I think it helped my driving. I think it helped my program just bounce these different racetracks instead of stuck in that weekly grind every week. And
well, but if you're not ready for that,
right,
because that's why they do weekly racing first. The thought is get good and then you hit the road and see how good you really are.
We ended up racing more because if you're racing, when we were doing Fulton Weekly, you'd get a rain out here or there.
That's right.
Bouncing around, we always found a place that wasn't raining, and we pretty much raced every week this year. So we ended up racing more and more seat time too, man. I've been doing this a long time now, but still, you got to keep racing. You got to keep on it. So,
Of course, you race at a lot of tracks where modifieds race. Do you miss the modifieds?
A little bit. Especially when I've had to learn to make the late model be good. I want another shot. Stuff, I also don't want to own it. So
gotcha. Or work on it.
I'd love to try it without having to go back full time.
Yeah, because it's totally different now, as you've heard from everybody. So
like I say, I don't even necessarily want to race so much because I want to just try one again. And see if we could, what I've learned could make me a little better. But definitely not going to jump ship back right now.
Gotcha.
For no means, but like I say, someday down the road I'll try it again.
Make sure to look up Laser Chassis, of course, Bernheisel Race Components, all those folks that help you out. Good to see you again.
Yes.
Guys, hit the subscribe, hit the likes, shares, use the comments, all that good stuff. Always nice to see you, and I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Chad.
Yep.